Sometimes the most ordinary things can turn into the darkest of stories. Toys. They're supposed to be symbols of childhood, of joy. But what if their creation hides something far more sinister, something people would rather not speak of out loud? Take, for example, the toy named Doey. And so I begin my story. One day, a boy named Jack receives a toy Doey as a gift, and along with it, an invitation to take a tour of the Playtime factory. But during that visit, something happened. Something no one could have imagined until now. For unknown reasons, little Jackie fell from a bridge, landing straight into a barrel that was presumably used to mix substances essential for making the Doey toys. This incident appears to be described in the ARG for Chapter 4. It supposedly took place in 1993 and was noted as an accident by a Playtime co-employee named Brandon. He was responsible for supervising the tour group that day. And while most of the original text was never made available to us, certain keywords and phrases give us key insights, such as mentions of people lagging behind the group, screams in response to what was happening, activated emergency alarms, and a list of potential causes of the incident, including poor upbringing as one of the explanations. All of this gives us, at the very least, confirmation of the year Doey was created under the Bigger Bodies Initiative, 1993. Experiment number 1322 is a particularly unique case, as it was created using not one, but 3 individuals. The Doey project involves test subjects labeled 1322A, 1322B, and 1322C. 3 different children, 3 different personalities. But who were these kids before the tragedy? The very first to be assigned number 1322A was none other than Jack Ayers. If you explore Chapter 4 carefully, you'll come across a note titled, "The Mysterious Letter." It's addressed to the parents of the tragically lost boy. And inside it reads, "Dear Mr. and Mrs. Ayers, we can bring him back. Your son Jack will live. Return to the factory in 6 weeks. You will be expected." So it seems the incident during the tour did not result in Jack's final death. But it was severe enough that the only way to prolong his life was through the experiment. And later, Mr. and Mrs. Ayers do end up visiting the factory, and their son, something we will definitely return to later. The second child to receive the designation 1322B is none other than Kevin Barnes. We first hear about him in Poppy Playtime Chapter 3 after finding a hidden VHS tape in a cozy little house. In it, an employee records his reports, which are suddenly interrupted by a child unexpectedly entering the room. Because of this, we weren't able to extract much useful information. Eventually, however, the report was continued, but in a new chapter. The scientist gave a detailed profile of Kevin, though to sum it up briefly, we can highlight the following points.
Trouble getting along with others, aggressive and often confrontational social tendencies. What friends he does have, he's reported to have attacked in moments of intense play. The subject excels in all physical tests. Reflexes, reaction time, and mental fortitude all tested well above average in game station examinations.
Even though Kevin was the main bully at the orphanage, and generally difficult, this same personality becomes fully evident later on. Still, that didn't stop him from performing exceptionally well during the game station trials. The scientists had their concerns, but Dr. Harley Sawyer still believed the boy was suitable for the project. So be it. As for the third and final child, it was Matthew Hollard who was assigned the number 1322-C. Chapter 4 hides a large document titled Test Subject Report, in which the story of Matthew is described in detail. A wonder child in every sense, kind, tactful, and understanding. Not particularly smart or physically capable, but very charismatic. He arrived at the orphanage at the age of 15. Extremely insecure, though for the younger children, he became somewhat of a leader. And now, Doey carries exactly 3 completely different personalities within. A very young and kind one, an aggressive and strong one, and one that is mature and thoughtful. This explains the characters' constant shifts in mood and behavior. Inside, each of them struggles for control, periodically suppressing the others. However, the player most often interacts with personality 1322-C, who tries to remain calm and composed until the very end. While this doesn't have a major impact on Doey in relatively calm situations, even the slightest surge of emotion can cause him to lose control. Returning once again to the mysterious letter, as mentioned earlier, Jack's parents, Mr. and Mrs. Ayers, eventually come back to the Playtime factory for the sake of their son, sometime after the incident. But what they see before them is no longer the innocent Jack they once knew, but a monstrous creature he had become thanks to the experiments of the scientists. In any case, the parents attempt to talk to their son, only to encounter his different personalities in the process. At times, these people, his parents, seem like total strangers to him for obvious reasons, and then he completely snaps, screaming at them and killing them.
God! Get out!
Susan, I think we should leave.
Jackie, I'm staying right here. I'm not leaving you, not ever again. Do you hear me?
The gentle voices lie. I know what they do. They lie, and they poke, and they hurt. Susan, get away from me!
Jack? Mommy won't lie to you, Jackie. Mommy won't hurt you. I'd never hurt you.
Hey! Hey! Open this door! Oh, God. Susan! Please! Open the door! Please!
In any case, the parents attempt to talk to their son, only to encounter his different personalities in the process. At times, these people, his parents, seem like total strangers to him, for obvious reasons. And then he completely snaps, screaming at them and killing them. For this reason, Doey records a special tape, a reminder. In it, he reflects on his dream of escaping and believes he can achieve it because of his unique traits. But he also remembers the others, those who are nothing like him, and knows they need him. During the time when Poppy was missing, Doey became the only hope. He simply couldn't allow himself to abandon the others. It's a heavy burden. And this tape serves as a reminder to never forget his true purpose.
Having seen what I have, knowing how they see me, how much they need me. I'm going back. I wanted to make this in case I ever doubt or forget that. Just play this and remember.
Until the moment when your arrival changes everything irreversibly. The sanctuary is destroyed. His friends are dead. Everything he treasured and protected for years, gone. Anger begins to take over, turning him into a true monster, ready to kill the player. Suppressing Kevin is no longer possible. After a long chase scene and a boss fight, Doey catches up to us again, making one last attempt at revenge. During this moment, the clash between his three personalities is revealed in the most vivid way. In the final fight, we see all three personalities clash: Kevin's fury, Matthew's sorrow, and Jack's final goodbye. Doey breaks down, torn between who he was and what he became. Thus ends the tragic story of Doey.